let's just sew whatever. Hey everybody.
Hi everybody.
So in today's video we're making the Tiffany bag.
Bag.
Did you know I make bags?
Yeah.
I make purses.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Where do I do it?
At your house.
In the basement.
In the basement.
In the basement. That's what we do. Did you help once? No? You want to though.
But I didn't go in the basement.
You didn't? I thought you did. Did you watch a movie? Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video.
Bye.
Hi Eleanor. Hi Joanne. So I'm just kind of going through all my pieces now. Hi Donna. Alright. I like that this sewing machine has a table, but I feel like this open space isn't quite big enough for bags, so that's one thing that I find annoying. Alright, I'm gonna add these strap anchors really quick. This is my first time using them, so it's gonna take me a little bit to figure out what to do with them. Let me go ahead and lower this so you guys can actually see the table. Well, you can't see the table because Ben's in the way. Hi, Ben. Yeah, there you go. Sit down if you're gonna sit, please. Okay. So 2.5 inches from the sides, 8.5 inches from the top. All right, get down. Two and a half and 8.5. So that's about where we want the strap to go, which is 2.5 from the top. Yeah. Okay, so these are strap anchors that I am thinking about selling. A lot of hardware suppliers have them. These are 1 inch wide. Well, this part here is 1 inch wide, I should say. They seem very sturdy, and I like the way that they strap in instead of screw in. I feel like it's less likely to get messed up, personally. Okay, so 2.5 inches from the side. And 2.5 from the top. Yeah, I know how to use this. Two and a half. 1, 2 and okay. Yeah, Tammy. I'm excited to see it as well, and I'm the one making it. So I guess what I'm gonna do is just kind of straighten out those back prongs and just gently press it against the fabric, kind of centered, because I don't have any other way of knowing how to do this. Yeah, that worked. So there, there, there. So I've got my 4 pieces marked out. Hi everybody. Okay. So there's 2 of these washers that go per connector. So I'm just going to slide that through my holes. Did I make these? Maybe not. Go. There we go. So I've got them through. It's slightly crooked. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, so now I'm going to put my back plate on and push those in towards each other. There's what that looks like. And if you guys know how to use these a little easier, please let me know. Or if there's something I'm not quite doing correctly. Oh my goodness, these feel so flippin' sturdy. Look at that. Yeah, these are definitely happening. Holy cow. That's amazing. Okay, so now I need to figure out a better way to mark this out. So 2 3/4 from the side is where I'm going to put the center. This one. And honestly, I feel like these take up about as much time as putting on actual connectors, so I don't know if there's a whole bunch more of a benefit to these other than that. So that corner is 1.5. So 1.5 from the other side. I'm going to put this corner in to place. It's right about there. Actually, you could probably take like a marker at the bottom of these and then push it down to kind of make like a stamp. I'll probably try and come out with some kind of template with these. I'm sure that bag makers who sell these, or hardware suppliers I should say, have one for sure. Okay, so I'm just marking that out. Luckily I have a ton of this fabric, so if I mess it up, I can quickly remake it. Okay. Woo. Hi, Robin. So that went in pretty easy. You could probably add a little bit of Peltex to the back if you wanted. Okay, so there's, let's see, like 5/8 of an inch between them. Man, I don't know. There's gotta be an easier way to do these though. I'm just bending the prongs into the center. Hi, Danielle. And honestly, if these are a little messed up, I'll just sell it discounted or use it myself. So there's that. They honestly, they don't look super uneven, so I'm kind of proud of myself. At least, I don't think so. Maybe when they're on the bag, it won't be so bad. No, they're a little crooked. Okay, well, let's try the next one. So I've already added my nameplate to this one, as you can see. Oh no, that stinks. Yeah, I love my little ruler. Okay. So 2.5 inches. What do we do here? So, why is this so confusing? 1.5 inches from the side. 1.5 from the side. And 2 inches from the top. That won't work. Okay. There's that, and that, and that, and that. 16 bag order. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Using the washers. Yeah, just like figure out the spacing between them. Yeah. Honestly though, like the washers just sit right next to each other. So I wonder if I could use that. Okay, there's that. And there's that. Eleanor for the win. So I lay my washer down 2 inches. Washer. 2 inches from the side, 2 inches from the top. And then the second one gets placed 1 inch away. Okay, we'll try that. Okay, so got another washer. We're gonna place that centered 2 inches from the side. Yeah, this will work very well. And then the other washer gets placed 1 inch from there. Yep. Hey, that worked. Thank you, Eleanor. Okay. So now I've got my holes marked. I can just push my seam ripper through. No, I lost it. There. Oh yeah, these are definitely happening. Probably gonna email my supplier today. Goodbye, money. Hello, beautiful washers. Oh, later today, you guys, I'm also going to be listing rolls of vinyl on my website. What was it, last year, maybe even 2 years ago, I sold these really cool like holographic vinyls. And I have not seen them on my punk embroidery, so I don't feel like I'm stepping on her toes too much, but it's just a really nice colors, just a few, but they'll be 12-inch rolls. 12 inch by 54 inches or so that you guys can buy. Oh my gosh, that worked out so well. Ew, don't do that. Thank you. Now I don't need a template. That's what washers are for. And then I'm pushing these in towards the center because the washer isn't long enough for you to poke them the other ways. Katie, no, this one is, I'm pretty sure my punk embroidery sells this color. I didn't check last night, but I'm pretty sure they do. Am I gonna need another seam ripper? Oh yeah, baby. Those look so great. I honestly, I just want to see what these handles look like. Oh, that's nice. That's very pretty. I need clips. Oh, here's one. I'm not attaching my handles just yet. I really, honestly, just want to see what they look like. Oops. I have a feeling I'm gonna need my stapler too, so I'm gonna grab that while I'm over here. Okay. Very cool. I'm very excited for these. Okay, so now we can start to follow the rest of the directions. Attach handles. Did that. Okay, we've got our handles attached. Attach the strap connectors. We're not adding strap connectors, so now we can start with the side panels. So really quick, I'm going to mark with a little tiny snip of where I should start and stop sewing when I attach the side panels. So I'm just laying the pattern piece on and making a tiny little snip at that start-stop section. I'm not cutting through my pattern piece because that will just make it harder to cut out next time I want to make one of these. Ashley, I'm so glad you're here because if I have trouble with this darn machine, I can ask you, even though you're probably just stopping in. Guys, why am I nervous? I'm so nervous. Oh, I never got my zipper either, but whatever. Okay, attaching, so the long straight edge of the panel, top right edge of the front, top curved edge, panel A, right side, edge of the front. Okay. Hello. Okay, so we're gonna have to curve the panel just a little bit to bring those together. Oh, we've all been sick. Oh no. Well, I hope you'll stay and you're not just leaving me soon. Okay, so the way this machine works is that there's no knee lift. There's a foot pedal to lift up the foot, and then there's a foot pedal to make the machine go. So sometimes I get kind of confused, I'm not gonna lie. Then this lever here is your stitch length. You can screw it and unscrew it, and then this is also your reverse lever. So when you push it down, it reverses in that stitch length. It's pretty cool. Oh, now you guys can't see that, so I'm gonna lift you back up. Sorry. Okay, that's a little better. Do you want this to be more of like an over-the-shoulder type thing too? See if that works. There we go. Now you can see a little bit more of the sewing machine. Okay. So 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. And, oh, yep, that's what I thought. Right? So to those of you who recently got an industrial machine and you're having trouble working with it, this is going to be very uplifting for you to watch me struggle with this one. As you just saw, the thread totally came out of the needle because I didn't have it pulled far enough. This is the Artisan S335B. I bought it because a lot of people recommended it as a cylinder arm, and we haven't gotten along, but we're gonna try today. There we go. We sew together every once in a while, but not often. Okay, so I'm just gonna slightly curve my fabric. And then I'm keeping my finger where I need to stop sewing. Oh, gotta leave your needle down, Lauren. So I'm just kind of curving it together. Oh, and my foam is not basted. I have to go over that. Okay, so I'm getting close to the part where we need to stop, so I just back stitch one. Make sure that you lift your foot all the way up so you can pull your thread out carefully. Okay, so just a little tiny stitch. And then I'm gonna baste my foam on here just really quick. Honestly, that's in the instructions, and I was like, I don't need to baste my foam. This is the slowest the machine goes, I think. Okay, my top is pretty well basted. Does this happen to anyone else with the machine? This bobbin casing starts to kind of fall off. Hey Barbara, you should be able to share it within a group, maybe, I think. Ethel, honestly, I cannot answer that question. I can't answer that question. I don't particularly enjoy making bags with this machine yet. or I should say I haven't so far. It's just a cylinder arm, so if you're doing a lot of drop-in linings or circular things, sometimes it's better, but yeah, Ashley said it best. Sometimes, yes. She has this machine and she does an amazing job with it. Every bag I see her make, I'm just like, how do you do it with that machine? So yeah, we're trying today. So now that I'm going from this angle, I'm gonna start from where I need to stop. Just my needle up. Put my needle in, do a little back stitch, and go straight up. And secure it. And then make sure you push your foot all the way down to pull out. So far so good. Ashley, if you remember when that screw used to just cut the fabric, or cut my thread, I should say, I have not had that problem, so I'm very glad for that. Ooh. Okay, so this is what this piece should look like so far. Like a shirt. I realize that it's probably not best to put the entire bag together with this machine, but I also don't want to switch back and forth, and I want to give this machine, you know, a fair shot. Okay, so I'm going to, oh, this was supposed to be my top. I'm going to baste these fabrics together too where it didn't adhere correctly. And the interfacing that did not adhere correctly is the fusible foam, and that was no fault to the Decoville, it was my fault. Because I didn't want to burn my exterior fabric. I honestly don't think I can say I've used this machine for more than 15 minutes at a time, which is another reason I'm using it. I just want to be friends with it. Yes, Ashley says it's her only industrial, so she doesn't have anything to compare it to, whereas I have the Juki, and they really are pretty different. This does have a flatbed attachment, so people used to ask me like, well, which one would you say? And it's like, well, if this is the only one you have, you'll make it work because it does have that flatbed attachment as well. Okay, so this one goes on this side. You want to line up your flat edges at the top. And I'm using Wonder clips instead of my usual sewing clips because of the velvet fabric. It's really slippery. Curving that fabric together. Where's my little snip? There's my little snip. Okay. 3/8 inch seam allowance, put your needle down, back stitch. Nice and slow, keep it all together. Where you going, Ben? Trying to jump in the window? Okay, bye. Okay. So then the other side, we'll just repeat that. Could you repeat that, please? Oh, so last night I was brainstorming a way to kind of hide drop-in lining stitching. Yeah, that makes sense. I have never used the flatbed attachment, so it's still in the box, and I don't want to try and use it, especially for the first time in a live video where you all will make fun of me. So let's just do what we're doing. You can make fun of me this way. I'm using Tex 92 thread and probably the biggest needle ever. Probably gonna run out of bobbin thread soon. Okay, so Chris added legs. Yes, I remember seeing that. He used PVC piping, right? Okay, so my thought was I cut out these strips of vinyl that are gonna go across on the side of the zipper, like that, all the way across and on the sides of the bag. So I was thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like add my zipper and then lay this on there and then add the side panels, so it'll be kind of like free floating for a little while, but then when I add my drop-in lining I'll be able to top stitch across it and you won't necessarily see all of the stitch lines, and I'll be able to add like 2 sets of stitching. So hopefully it works out. We shall see. We shall see. Okay. This is the Artisan 335B. Okay, so now we're gonna attach the zipper. I need to go get a zipper. 26 inches or longer. I really want to use pre-made or zipper by the yard, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll be right back. Oh look, here we go. Ow, ow. This was another thing I meant to grab before starting this video. So for the double zipper pull, for the double zipper pull, you're gonna want to put 1 zipper on each end, or you can put one on backwards and then one on the right way. I mean, I think it should work that way. Maybe not. I still really suck with zipper pulls, just FYI. Okay, so I've got one zipper on one side, and I'm gonna add another zipper pull to the other side instead. And you just want to make sure that they're going in opposite directions so that the bag can be unzipped from both ways. You want to make sure you get it pretty even. Awesome. Okay. So zipping back up to the center. And see, you don't really want that gapping. Karen, I've never used a fork to do it before, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna try and do that. So I'm just going to unzip it and kind of rearrange the zipper until it's even. Okay. Now I'm testing to make sure that I didn't totally screw the zipper up, because I feel like I did. Okay, I didn't. Okay. So now if you would like to be careful, make sure you don't screw this up completely. I'm just gonna sew over the ends of the zipper really quick. So that it doesn't come undone and break my heart. Okay, there we go. Mary, no, this is an artisan cylinder arm that I bought last year and never used. Okay, with right side position, 26 inches or longer, let the zipper pulls, okay, handle down out of the way, sew along the zipper. And then press zipper up, top stitch, okay. So this may get a little messy. I may switch to my other machine really quick, if you guys don't mind. So I'm just laying my zipper straight across the top. Okay, like so. You know what? Screw it. Let's commit. I'm gonna run out of bobbin thread, I can tell you that right now. Doesn't really say where to press your seam allowance. I don't know if, I guess I'll just press it open. I thought about trying to add my my lining before sewing the bag, like instead of doing a drop-in, add the lining, but I don't think it will work very well. No, because the lining would kind of be too saggy, and then birthing the bag would be a bit of a pain. So we're going to go ahead and trust the designer. So now it says to press the zipper up with the seam allowance toward the bottom and top stitch. So that's what I'm going to do. Wrong one. I will definitely say I'm glad I didn't add foam to the side panels. I only used Decaville Light. All right, there we go. So there's that top stitched. I know, right? It really is. Oh, okay, very cool. Alright, you guys. I'm definitely going to add my zipper to the other side with my other machine. If you can see, it got a little wonky and I'm not into it. So I will be back in like, I don't know, a minute and a half. Just gonna do the other end of the sewing room. Hello, baby, I missed you. I'm sorry if you think I'm cheating on you. I promise I'm not. Alright, so I'm taking care to match up my main panels. Straightening out my zipper. And then I'm kind of straightening up the side panels. There we go. sorry if it's cheating. One of my first thoughts when I saw this bag was that I had wished it was a little bit wider, but after kind of trying to sew this together, I'm glad it's not wider. Terrible. I don't like how thin the zipper feels though. Compared to everything else, I don't know, sorry. Sorry guys. I don't know, like the zipper just doesn't feel very thick. Maybe if I'd used a metal zipper it would feel better, but I don't think it's the zipper's fault necessarily. I wonder if adding this strip to the side would help or if it'll hurt it. I hate to try this and waste materials, but I don't have a lot invested in this bag. Okay, so hopefully you guys can kind of see what I was hoping for, but I wonder if I'd be better off cutting this to 1/2 inch instead of a 1 inch. I feel like 1 inch is kind of wide. Yeah, I think 1/2 inch would be better. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this piece in half and spray it with spray adhesive, and then I'm gonna come back to right here and lay it over top. I think that will help, but I still think my zipper is a little wavy. I'll be right back. I wish I had like a camera attached to my head so you guys could see and come with me, but I do not. I'm sorry. And to add the spray adhesive, I'm just using this scrap interfacing bolt to lay it over top. I'm honestly not sure if I can do videos from So Sweetness since she does like offer paid videos. I feel like that would kind of probably upset her, maybe. And then I'm just using this quilt basting spray to attach it. I don't honestly like this quilt basting spray. It's very, 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 very sticky, but whatever. I honestly prefer more of an embroidery basting spray. That's less like spray glue. Hello. Okay, so now that it's sprayed, I'm just gonna lay this across the top where I want it to go. Yeah, I like the 1/2 inch much better. Thanks, guys. And I know this is still gonna move around as I'm sewing the bag, but at least it's on there. All right, so now I'm gonna grab my bottom accent panels, these two guys, and I'm gonna lay it across the bottom of the bag. Make sure you unzip your zipper so that it's inside that seam allowance. And then when I lay it on top, I'll be catching that accent panel to keep it in place and that zipper. Like so. And 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. Make sure you keep your zipper seams situated like I'm having trouble doing. There we go. Okay, and on the other side. Somehow my panels got a little uneven. I'm thinking it's probably a seam allowance personal issue. Let's see. But I'm just gonna go with the shorter side and hope for the best. Yes, I'm definitely missing my Juki. Did you guys not hear me talking to it over there while I was using it for adding the zipper? I was like, you know I love you, baby. I miss you. I am honestly going to use it to top stitch right now, though. Sorry, guys. This definitely isn't going as I had planned to try and use it for the whole thing, but I still want it to turn out somewhat decent. Nothing compares to you. You know what? I can't lie to myself anymore. She's all I want. He. It's a he. Okay. I will probably use this machine to top stitch, but right now I can't. I don't want to anymore. My one true love. I did my best. Yeah, actually, no, I know, that's the thing. Like, it's not a terrible machine. It really isn't. It's just, if it's not what you know, it's not what you want. And I don't know it, and I don't have to. Karen, do you want to buy it for me? This has been a breakup video. We are never getting back together. Ooh, let's use up some of these big chunky feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you guys just get a different angle. There we go. Yeah, gotta use what works best for you. That's true. Oh, and I don't have any rulers. Well, I'll try out this purse feet ruler. Yeah, that'll work. And my seam ripper's over there. Elaine, I don't blame you. Yes, Jade, we're definitely going to use it to top stitch. I'm not going to give up. I'm so sorry for those of you who I caused anxiety to. It's just... not a machine I can use every day. And that makes me feel bad. Because I still kind of, like, I like it. Oh, yes. Do I need to add these, like, big chunky feet? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm definitely not selling my baby. Because you'll always be my baby. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know what you like and you can use it and it works for you. I will be completely honest, it took me several months to fully enjoy this machine, but now I can't imagine life without it, so there's that. Okay, so we're gonna attach the bottom. I can do this. This would have been not fun with the other machine, oh my goodness. Of course, all my clips are over there, so we'll just use this one in the middle and hope for the best. Joke's on me. Okay, bye. Hi, Carissa. Now I detest my fav. I know, right? Aren't they big and beautiful? I like my purse feet big and beautiful. Alright. Purse feet are pretty cheap to stock, so I'll see if my supplier has any bigger. So lately when I've been running out of bobbin, I just kind of pull my thread back through my machine to where it's stopped, and I'll backstitch. I'll stitch and backstitch, and then it's like it never happened. I am going to add a second row of stitching. Just for appearances and to make my life harder in a moment. Okay, so we're going to unzip the zipper. Lay these together with my one clip. Oh, okay, that's not so bad. Okay, so there's that. I know. It's a perpetual bobbin. It doesn't seem that hard. Yeah, it's honestly, I really am enjoying it so far. I don't have any other complaints except kind of the way it's formatted, but that's just because I'm not used to it. I don't like how the cover page is a separate PDF, because when I'm scrolling through my library, I like to see a photo of the bag instead of just the instructions, but that's just the way she writes. It's not the end of the world, and I can get over it. Alright, so I'm just marking the centers for the bottom of the bag so that I can attach these side panels. Oh, gonna need my clips now. Joke's on me. Where did I put the clips? Oh, they were right next to me the whole time. I know, Sandra, exactly. Yeah, I could see how merging the two wouldn't be difficult. That's true. Okay. So I'm just kind of easing the curves into the bag. We're gonna use our stapler. Where did I put my stapler? I believe you have my stapler. Here's my fork. Put it in here. Yeah. Little baby stapler. Where'd you go? Is it like right in front of me? Is it on the table? Where's my stapler? Maybe it would have to be me unplugging and moving things again. Blair Witch Project. There she is. Thanks, Liz. Thanks, Vicky. Okay. Better? Is the 72 the double fusible? I can't remember the name of it. Clips. No, I have not. I feel like it would work just fine though. Just kind of insert it, cut it out of the seam allowance and insert it later, and then when you steam it all together, it will fuse to the front and the back. It just might cause more wrinkling maybe. Not really sure if there's a way you can only fuse one side. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and staple the curve. I'm gonna keep them pretty close to the edges since we've only got 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. just 3 along the bottom and then maybe 1 along the top. Maybe 1 or 2. Yeah, we'll do 2. It's kind of already sewn, but still. Oh, that was my last one. It was fake. Okay. There's that. Oh yeah, that's true. You could fuse muslin to one side. So there's what it's looking like from the inside. You can see my accent piece is coming loose, but that's okay. I didn't need it to stick. I just needed to know about how big I needed it. So I'm going to start from the top where we've already started stitching before. And smush it under my machine. This is when the other one would come in handy, huh? Alright, there we go. We got it. Smaller stitch length. Back stitch a little to meet them together. And then as I get to that curve, I'm just pinching the sides together with my fingers until I meet up with my existing stitch line, and then I'm back stitching. And trimming my excess. There's the side. Okay. Also brought my scissors over here. Hello, I'm sorry, I hate you. Goodbye. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, so now I can take a crappy pair of my snips and remove my staples. That way I don't ruin my scissors. Hi, Ben. Hi, Ben. Okay. So now I'm gonna trim my seam allowance down. You can double check from the other side. Everything looks pretty good. Okay. Hi, Ben. What's the matter? I don't hate it so far. I'm not loving it, but I don't hate it. Alright, so lining up those center snips. Gonna add a clip there. Another clip along the bottom. What is happening? There we go. What? Come here. Come here. Okay, so now from the top, again, grab this. Right now it's full of projects. That's so funny. What do you want? Here, you can sit in my lap. Is that enough for you? He says, no, it is not actually. Hi Linda, how's it going? Adding little clips to the bottom. Looking pretty cute so far. So I'm gonna start at this top where we stopped stitching the accent panel, or the side panel. Make sure that your fabric lays pretty flat. Smash it down if you have to. There we go. Hey guys. And then I don't know if you guys saw, but we are planning a meetup for Springfield, Missouri. So far there's 12 of you who are marked as going. Super exciting. This will basically be like a free to attend thing. I'm not going to charge any kind of fee, but you know, everything is paid for by yourself. For the Dad Sews meetup, we had like a free lunch and stuff like that, but we did have to pay to get in. So I just thought it would be easier to plan if everybody just kind of came as they've felt, and it wasn't a paid for thing. Okay, so as we get closer to the other side, I'm just kind of smashing that corner together until I can see those threads, and then I'm back stitching away from it. Alright, so now I can trim my seam allowance. And then you want to make sure that you trim all of your excess threads from your bag on the inside. You don't want anything to get caught while you're adding your lining. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, that's pretty far, for sure. It's about a 4-hour drive for me. I live in the St. Louis area, but they have so many great fabric shops, so I'm excited. Hey Holly, welcome. I love these strap connectors so much. Okay. So I'm just kind of pushing out my sides. So that's what we're looking at so far. This is a mess, but it's gonna be put into place while we top stitch the lining together. It's still got a little bit of that stickiness. But I love the addition of it. And I'm glad I went with 1/2 inch. Thank you guys for your input on that as well. So that's what it's gonna look like. Pretty good so far. Okay. I know, right? Aren't those strap connectors really awesome? And I've seen other hardware suppliers that have them, and I've never really wanted to try them, but I've seen more and more how awesome they look, so I gotta do it. Okay, so we're gonna attach the lining side panels to the front and the back the same way, and then we're gonna press the long edge back by 1/2 inch. Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking about offering them via my website. Okay, so putting all of these together so I can make my little snip for where to start and stop. I don't think it would be harder to sew if it were smaller. I mean, the side panels might be a little difficult, but I would say this is probably like a medium-sized handbag. It's not huge. It's probably about the size that I wish the Brooklyn handbag was, to be honest. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my panels here, line up the top, clip that down. Okay, so I'm gonna use a smaller stitch length since it's the lining, and then just kind of curve your fabric together. I'm just pinching it in my fingers as I sew until I get to that point and back stitch. And repeat for the other side. Hi, Maria. Oh yeah, Katie, that's true. I've been really itching to make some more Lolas. I haven't in a few years. And I really like it. There's also the Baronia bag that's kind of like the Lola in a way. And I've seen a lot of Kate Spade's similar. You could size that down. That would be really cute. That's by Blue Kala. Kayla? Just kidding. Okay, so now is the time where we fold this down 1/2 inch. I think I'm just gonna use double-sided tape, honestly. Well, ooh, I might baste stitch it, because this waterproof canvas is not gonna stay pressed. We'll see. Oh, hey Amanda, I meant to message you. Yes, I do have some antique gold magnetic snaps. Just put it in the note that you need one, and I will make sure it gets to you. Wink, wink. Oops. Oh, the aster. Yeah, that's a really popular shape. I have a convention coming up in March that I'm kind of prepping a bunch of handbags for. I don't normally take a lot of handbags to shows, but this year I really wanted to try it out. Because every year that I've done it, I wasn't really as good as I am now. I mean, you could say that for any year, but I think people will be impressed. The aster, I think that's also by Blue Kala. Blue Kala? Guys, I don't know. again. Of course they will be impressed. But I actually hired my friend to help me, and I'm very excited about it. She's been doing an amazing job so far. And I'm able to get a lot more work done. It's really nice. Okay. So now we sew the lining together. Again, I'm really tempted to just I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna sew across this piece really quick. It's in the lining, it's not gonna be seen. This will make my life easier. I mean, it will be seen, but it'll be fine. Is that you? Okay, so now what we do is we line these up together and attach this panel. So there's going to be a gap because of your zipper gap. Oh, it seems like too much of a gap. Yeah, it does. We'll go about there. And then we're going to top stitch. Okay. So here's what we're looking at, these two pieces. Okay, all right, we've got a few more minutes till I'm at the drop-in stage, so I'll let you know. I am not good at drop-ins either, but we're gonna figure it out together. Okay, so working on the bottom piece, I'm gonna add that same top stitch to the bottom. I'm grabbing a name tag to put inside because there's no birthing hole or anything like that to add it to. And then I will top stitch it again. So same thing we did with the exterior. And I'm going to snip the center. And then I'm going to fold the bottom panel in half and snip the center of that as well. Okay. And then clipping this bottom together. And then we're using a wider seam allowance on the lining so that it's nice and snug. Just kind of pinching it together as I sew it. And then I'm going to trim the extra seam allowance. Just because waterproof canvas can get a little bulky if you don't trim it. I believe that she says to use she uses a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So 3/8 of an inch on the outside and 1/2 inch on the inside. And I'm just going to repeat that step, lining up the bottom snip. Adding 2 clips along the bottom. A day-long coma. Whoa! Elena, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure what weight it is. It's from fwdfabrics.com. I just type in waterproof canvas. It's pretty heavy, but I don't know if the website says, honestly. Okay, so there's the side all clipped together. Here's what the other side looks like. I added a zippered pocket. The pattern doesn't call for it. I'm kind of wishing I'd added like a slip pocket to the other side since I didn't get to add a slip pocket to the exterior. But she's pretty cute. Okay. Barbara. I was expecting a night owl session. I know, that's true. Pretty good. We're snowed in. I watched some Criminal Minds. Didn't get up till 11. I was supposed to take my grandma to the airport, but since it snowed really bad, my dad did it, so that was exciting. Unless her flight was canceled, and then I just feel really bad for her, because that sucks. She wanted to go where it was warm. Okay, turn down this pocket a little bit. All right, so there's our lining all finished. We don't need to turn this right side out. We want it to be wrong side out, but we're gonna add double-sided tape to some parts of this. I think I'm just gonna use 1/4 inch. What time is it here? I think it's Echo. What time is it? 2? 3:12? Jeez. What? So I'm just adding some double-sided tape. She does suggest us in the pattern, but it's optional. I don't know if my husband is leaving for a gaming night or what. Drop-in lining, here we go. I know, I'm a little terrified, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna add some tape to the sides too. I'm probably gonna have to add some tape to my accent piece just because I don't want any shifting. You might be thinking, then why did you spray it with basting tape? But I just did. Not that much snow, yeah. I think my friend sent me a Snapchat this morning and it was like 6.5 inches of snow. And then I think in St. Louis it was like 9 inches of snow. Alright, so there's my tape piece on the side, tape on the top, tape on the side. I think that's enough for now. And then I like to have my pocket on the opposite side of my nameplate. I don't know why. So we're just gonna shove this inside the bag. And then at this point, if things don't really feel like they fit, you are still allowed to make some adjustments. Fit those curves in on each other. Okay, there's the piece I undid. That's a whole lot of nope. Yeah, I think we got about 6.5 inches. So I'm just kind of lining up those panels, and you want to make sure you're covering your zipper basting. Hot weather, nice. Okay. I'm thinking I'm gonna take this one side at a time, but I might not be able to. You can also use clips to hold things in place. At least that's what I've done on the Blanche. The zipper installation on the Blanche is a little different, and I honestly like this a little bit more because the Blanche, like, I feel like you can't really get to your zipper very easily. Okay, so I'm just pushing really hard on my basting tape. It's pretty strong basting tape. Ooh, I love Arizona. My sister lives in not Phoenix. What's the other place? Where does my sister live? Phoenix? No, it's not Phoenix. Well, I don't know. She lives in Arizona. Okay, so I'm gonna add some double-sided tape to this piece as well. No, not Tempe. No, it's like an hour and a half from Scottsdale. But it's another big name. She went to the University of Arizona. And maybe it's Phoenix. No. Like, it's a main place. Why is this so hard for me? Okay. Tucson, thank you. She lives in Tucson. Jeez. I never would have gotten that. All I could think of was Phoenix, but that's because I can drive into Phoenix, or I can fly into Phoenix. It's just kind of far for her to come get me. Tucson. Thank you, guys. If she were watching this, she'd be like, I don't really want people knowing where I live. Okay, thanks. Alright, so I've got my accent piece, a little bit of double-sided tape and spots. I don't really need the whole thing. Oh my god, I love onesies. They're the best. Okay. So I'm just making sure that double-sided tape is kind of covering. I don't want it to be over my zipper because then it'll be hard to top stitch, but I just want it to be on the edge of that fabric. This is definitely an added step. This is not part of the pattern. This is my own hell that I've created for myself. But it's gonna be so cute. Like, hello, look at that. It's like an animal onesie. I am like 9 of them. I'd be creating new species of animals in that weather. I'd use like 6 layers of onesies. Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, I've had the same like Hello Kitty onesie for years. I've definitely done some live videos in it, and I'm not ashamed of that. Oh, thanks, Katie. Sorry this part's taking so long. I just want to make sure that it's taped in nicely and not too close to my zipper. Okay. Okay. Why does that feel like it's sticking? That's so cool. Okay. I'm still deciding on what machine I want to use, but I'll probably switch back to the other machine. I don't know. All of my furniture is in the middle of the floor and in the front door, so I'm in no rush. I love it. Just using little pieces of double-sided tape, setting it in place. Displacement. Yes. Okay. We're gonna go to the other machine. We're gonna have to. It'll work on the other machine, but it's not gonna work on this one. So I think I can unplug my phone from the charger, and that should give me a little extra space. Because I'm so scared. I'm so sorry, everyone. This is what lives are about, though. We're just hanging out. No judgment, please. All right, I'm gonna switch to a fresh bobbin. I don't know what this one's at, but it wouldn't have made it. Thank goodness I switched. Plus I have several made over here. Thanks, Michelle. Alright. Yeah. Make sure this tail is long enough. All right, we shouldn't have any issues yet. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in for you guys a little bit. I know I can. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna start along a flat side, like so, and I can catch the bottom lining. I'm just going to go over my accent stitching. Leave my needle in and pivot. My lining is staying in place, so this is good. Trying to kind of guide it over there. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this accent is definitely a smart plan on my brain's part, because instead of worrying about covering my basting stitch for the zipper and stuff like that, I can just focus on stitching the accent piece on. And then I know I'm catching my lining twice, and hopefully it looks cute. Barbara, I don't think this is a hard machine or a hard pattern, no. Sheila, we are talking, but we're not really friends. And I'm not really sure if the edge feet would work since the zipper's in the way, but I do have this edge guide but I feel like I can try it, but my zipper is gonna be, oh, no, that's working, I think. I just feel like it's messing with the zipper a little bit. I'm not liking that. Okay. So now, again, I'm going to sew across the bottom panel and come back to this other side. So far, it looks like I haven't missed any part of the lining, anything like that. So I'd say I'm pretty jazzed. All right, we're gonna sew forward. Okay, lift up and pivot. Sorry if I'm not looking at comments, I'm kind of holding my breath right now. Trust me, it does. Oh, okay, cool. All right, Peggy. Yeah, send me a link if you don't mind. Very cool. Also, sorry if I was being rude. Like, no, that's not gonna help me. Like, obviously you know better. Sorry. Okay. Just kind of straightening this out. I can definitely see myself making another one of these, but I probably, I don't know, I feel like I won't. So my accent shifted on me. So what I'm gonna do is trim that off. I'm gonna blame the velvet fabric for that. Okay. Where were we? Right here. Okay, so now my plan is to go across the bottom again and then go across the side of the accent panel. That's the wrong foot. And this is going to be a little less stressful because I don't have to worry about all my layers being just right, etc. I can just go. So my Juki would have no problem going through this. But this machine isn't happy about it. Okay. Again, this is not the pattern's fault. This is my fault, and yeah. If you weren't adding the top panel, I would say it's definitely going to be easier to turn it inside out to sew. But since I want to make sure I stay on that panel nicely, I don't know that that really would have worked for me. So let's just zoom back out. I think it's just too thick of an area for it to go through, even though it's not really that thick. So I'm just gonna even see if it still zips. Okay, it does. But hello, wonky zipper. You look terrible. Yeah, I think I'll probably just sell this bag at a discounted price. I'm gonna finish it though, and just sell it for like, I don't know, 45 bucks. I almost feel like that's too expensive, but that's like time and materials. Alright. Yeah, let's go finish it with my Juki. Because screw you, man. Okay, so, like Sheila said, I'm gonna kind of turn this bag inside out on itself so that I can finish top stitching. Sorry, Sheila, I totally didn't get what you meant, and now I get it. So, we're just kind of turning it inside out in a way, or lining side out, and then I'm going to top stitch the rest of this accent panel. Kind of messes it up. feel like this is one of those like, so what did you learn moments. I know, like, hey man, this is what she expects. This is what we have to do. If you just go with it, your life will be easier. Oh yeah, Fabri-Tac might have helped. I do have some. Somewhere. And luckily I used Decoville Light, so I know that the wrinkles that I'm putting on this bag are not going to stay. Okay. We might have, Pierre. We might have. And I am using a thick enough needle for it, so... I'm really loving this accent piece though. I've been thinking about doing a bag with something like this for a while, but I think what I would do is add it to my zipper first, kind of like as a sandwich, and then it's in that seam instead of two raw edges, if that makes sense. Oh my god, Tina, yes, I do want to make an Emily next, just so I can remember I can do it. Although I might make an Elaine. Time out. I thought I had... Or I might make one of the, I think so patterns that I've been eyeballing. There's like this really cute backpack that I just bought. And then I also purchased the new bag stock sewing pattern. Even though I've only ever made like 2 of her bags, I still always buy the patterns because she's just the sweetest. And they're really nice patterns. Alright, you guys, we're almost done. Whew. It was better that we broke up. She's in a better place, home now. Piera, if you don't mind me asking, how much did you sell yours for? Feel free to PM me. All right, you guys, that's the finished bag. She's all done. No, I'm just kidding. It looks beautiful. You look gorgeous. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it either, but it's a really cute tote. But chances are I'll just make an Emily instead, because I think I have like 6 or so. I have the fabric for 6 of them on my table. Or I might work on some freesia foldovers or some itty bitties that my friend cut out for me. I really can't say that I hate this pattern though. It is really cute. I am not a fan of the zippers that I used. I just don't feel like it's really sturdy enough for this bag. Oh my god, this looks like hot trash. Garbage. Not the pattern's fault at all, you guys. You saw it, you know. Oh, working on an urban tote. It's a drop-in lining. I'm at the stage where I have to top stitch now. Is the Emily considered a drop-in lining? Like, what? I don't understand why these people are doing this to it. Yeah, Katie, I think it'll work out a lot better. Then I don't have to, okay, so my first mistake, Jackie, if you're serious, I'm serious. My first mistake was adding my zipper with my industrial, or the semi-industrial, for sure. But let's go ahead and add the zipper tape stretches. Huh. Yeah, that is true, but I think that it just, I couldn't keep it straight with that surface. So let me grab my handles. I still want to finish this bag to what I'd hoped to finish it to. Hold on, let me squeeze past really quick. Oh, sorry, you can stare at it for a second. I wanted to add some little zipper pull pieces, so let me just flash you with my white. Oh, really? Yeah, I definitely think it's a cute shape. It's a cute pattern. It would not be that difficult if I hadn't used velvet, hadn't added the zipper accent, and hadn't used my cylinder arms. So there's that. But I really wanted to add like little pieces of vinyl for the pulls. The pulls. So maybe I'll just kind of rivet that on and trim it down. Yes, do that. I do. I do like to set a challenge. That's very true. Okay, so I'm just adding these little ends to the zipper. I'm going to rivet those on. And then we'll get these handles on. I really wanted to do some kind of like rolled handle for this bag. I don't know. I just didn't think about it soon enough. All right, Jackie, if you're serious, how long do you want these handles? Shorter than this or this length? This is 24 inches. I know, Peggy. I'm thrilled that you love yours. That's amazing. Oh no, those are great handle length. That's a good handle length. I cut my handles to 24 inches. I mean, you could go even shorter with yours if you wanted to. Jackie, I will do 45 plus shipping. If you're in. I don't know. There's an even shorter handle length. That's really cute too. Obviously, I'm not going to keep them folded like that, but just to test it out. Oh my god, I love the little tiny handles too. Oh, decisions. Because it's just like, just enough. Whoa. What do you guys think? Long or short handles? Oh yeah, Jackie, I can do that. Do you want long or short handles? Kind of digging short handles, man. Oh, look at those purse feet too. So precious. Okay, Lynn votes for short. Ooh, Jackie says short. Yay, short handles wins. That's exciting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know, right? They're so cute. Okay, I'm gonna unattach the handles. Okay, so I'm cutting a total of 7 inches off of them. what I can make out of these, but I'm not going to do it. Just 'cause oh, thank you. It's cheaper than another sewing machine. Yeah, I'm probably going to make an Elaine because I saw this bag the other day with a really cool pocket, and I was like, I want to make something like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I probably won't do it live just because there's, I don't know. It's nice to just sew for myself sometimes. Oh. Oh. Well, Jackie, if you want to buy my cylinder arm someday, you just let me know. Yeah, that's so true. Honestly, I'll probably listen to a podcast. Because there's a new episode I've been wanting to listen to since Thursday, and I haven't had a chance. And I might go eat some soup. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with these little zipper pulls. They're so cute. Okay, so there are the little zipper pulls, and I cut the ends in opposite directions. Yeah. Alright, let's get these handles on there. So what have we learned? We learned that I love these. I need to do that since I'm almost out of good shows to watch. Yeah, I used to be like not really into podcasts, but I find that I get more done instead of watching TV and like looking up every couple of seconds and stuff like that. Like I'm just listening and doing. But I also have a ton of hardware orders to pack and stuff like that. So I'll probably eat lunch, pack orders, and then sew some stuff. And then we do have t-shirt pre-orders that I'm going to be closing today. We had some women's style shirts and sweatshirts, and I'm going to be closing those. The prices of those will be cheaper, but they're going to look just slightly different because I'm going with a different supplier, someone who's a little cheaper so that I can charge you guys less, which is always a nice thing. So if you missed out on those, I'm going to have them like ready to ship on my website. I'm really excited about them. And if you're going to the Midwest meetup, or not the Midwest, but our little meetup in Springfield, I will have some available there. Oh my goodness, look at those cute little handles. yeah, Katie. The next one I wanted to do were the scissors, the rainbow scissors that I have over there, and I was gonna put like stay sharp, but I guess I could just do no words. And then the lady who was helping me, she's actually in this group, and she works for a screen printing company. And I was like, it's fate, but she sent me a few. No, Katie, I totally understand. She sent me a few options for really, really cute sweatshirts, and I was like, oh my god, yes. Because I'm all about sweatshirts, but when you have like 50 of the same style, it gets a little monotonous. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at how adorable this is. So 100%, I do like this pattern. I would make it again at some point, just using only this machine, because, you know, it really is cute. I think it's a really nice shape. It's easy to get in and out of. I love the idea of the slip pocket. The original one has a slip pocket. I couldn't add it because I was using these connectors. But I think if you made one with maybe your strap connectors inside of the slip pocket, and then it was just like 2 slip pockets on the outside, I think people would be really into that. Because I noticed that she sews the strap connectors over the slip pocket, so you can only get a small portion and then you have to like fish around. I don't know. But I think it came together pretty quickly. How long? Oh, 2.5 hours. It could have taken about 2 hours to sew. Maybe even less if I hadn't gone back and forth. I love the handle size. I'm not sure how well it would be as a crossbody strap, but she does have the option to add that to it. And then there's a pocket in here that I added. It's kind of a hidden pocket, but if you left it open, honestly, it wouldn't be too bad. But I did make it nice and deep. That's what she said. Yeah. Alright, so thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Jackie, I will go ahead and send you an invoice just from my website. And I hope you can enjoy this little beauty more than I enjoyed using my cylinder arm to make it. Alright, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a good weekend. If you're snowed in, stay warm. Ben, you want to say bye? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Okay, Ben says bye. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you later.